Hi, hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, thank you for supporting me. So, it's 1000 subscribers. So, like this only, I want your support. Thanks a lot. So, today's topic is in probability. We are going to discuss what is experiment and what is random experiment. Okay, so you all know probability in the sense it's nothing but a chance uh, whether the thing may happen or may not. So probability is nothing but it's a chance. It may happen or it may not happen. Okay, we are going to expect something that is known as probability concept. So in that we are going to learn what is experiment, what is random experiment. Okay, so experiment in the sense, see here, an experiment is a process of making an observation or taking a measurement which result in different possible outcomes. Okay, so experiment is nothing but it is a process of making an observations. Okay, we are going to observe and we may get different outcomes. Okay, when we conduct an experiment we may get different outcomes, so we may not get the same result every time. That is called as experiment. Okay, or else we can also uh, learn like this: an activity that yields a result or an outcome is called an experiment. Okay, so experiment is nothing but if we conduct anything, definitely we'll get outcome. Okay, so whether it may be positive outcome or negative outcome, it doesn't matter, but we'll get a outcome. Okay, for example, if you write an exam, okay, you may pass or fail, compulsory you will get the result, isn't it? So that is called as experiment. Okay, next, the example for experiment is throwing a die, tossing a coin, selecting a card from a pack of cards, okay, selecting a ball from a basket, okay, selecting a book from a book's rack. All these are examples for experiment. Okay, so experiment is nothing but the result will come. Okay, if we conduct anything, definitely we'll get the result. Okay, that is called as experiment. Now we'll go to, sorry, we will learn about random experiment. Okay, now we'll learn about random experiment. A random experiment is an experiment or operation. We can also call it as experiment or operation. It produces some result, okay, or outcome, deals with the following aspects. Okay, so random experiment also it produces outcome. Experiment also it produces outcome. But what is the difference between random experiment and experiment? We'll learn. Okay, so that means random experiment should deals with the following aspects. Okay, so what are the aspects we'll learn? The experiment can be repeated any number of times under identical conditions. Okay, so here in random experiment we can conduct an experiment many number of times. For example, here is a coin. I want head to be happen. Okay, I want head to be happen. That means I will throw this coin many times until I get my favorable result. That means I can repeat any number of times. That is called as random experiment. So till I get head, I can throw this coin many number of times. Okay, so that is called as random experiment. But whereas experiment, we don't bother about the result. The result should be happen, but it may be favored to us or may not be favored to us. That is called as experiment. Random experiment means we can repeat an experiment many number of times until we get our favorable result. Okay, yeah. And the second one is all possible outcomes of an experiment are known in advance. Okay, so if we throw a coin, okay, if we toss a coin, we know the outcomes in advance. There are only two outcomes. One is head and the other is tail. We know in advance, no, what are the outcomes? If you write an exam, pass or fail, we know in advance the outcomes. Okay, if a mother give a birth, boy or girl, we know the result in advance. That means outcomes in advance. Okay, so like that, the outcomes we know in advance. Okay, and the third one is the actual outcome in a particular case is not known in advance, but the actual outcome, we know all the outcomes in advance, but what will be the outcome? Now I am going to conduct one experiment. I am going to toss a coin. We can expect, we can know what will happen, head or tail, we don't know. That means we can't know actual outcome, we don't know, but what are the outcomes we know. Okay, so that is the difference between second point and third point. Okay, so the examples are tossing a coin, throwing a die, drawing a card from a pack of cards, nothing but picking a card from pack of playing cards. Okay, observing the defective items produced by a machine. Okay, so all these are what examples for random experiment. Okay, and also above all examples, there are number of possible results which can occur, but there is an uncertainty as which one of them will actually occur. Uncertainty in the sense not sure. Okay, we can't say confidently this one will happen, we can't say. Okay, but we have many outcomes. As I told you, when you toss a coin, there are two outcomes, but which will happen we can't say. Okay, that is called as uncertainty. We are not sure which will happen. Okay, so that is called as uncertainty. Okay, and the next is in probability, we study the uncertainty of random experiment. Okay, so the probability is we use the probability concept. Why? To study the uncertainty. Uncertainty means if you are not sure about certain experiment, we are going to study about that. Okay, so that is called as what? Random experiment. Okay, so we use probability in order to study what? Uncertainty. Okay, so this is about experiment and random experiment. Okay, so hope you all understand. Thank you for watching this video, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Don't forget to share with your friends, and also don't forget to like my video. So once again, thank you for supporting me. Hope you all support and your blessings will be with me. So thank you for making 1K subscribers. Thanks a lot. I mean it. Bye. Take care.